All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is part three in a series about opening your own game store. And we're going to skip over some of the doom and gloom and we're going to go to some of the fun parts of opening a game store. And that's going to be supporting your local players. If you're not opening a game store because you want to enrich the people that are coming to your community, I'm not sure why you're opening a game store, frankly, especially considering the first two parts showing how much of a money sink this can be. And don't worry, we'll get back to that in part four. So, if I owned a game store, I would charge a $10 entry fee for all of my constructed tournaments. And I think $10 is pretty reasonable. If you go to the movies, you're going to be spending $10 plus for 1.5 to 2 hours of, entertainment. Whereas if I run a 3 round tournament, then you have 3 hours of hanging out with your friends, having a comfortable place to hang out for the night, stuff like that. So with a $10 entry fee, let me bring this to the stage. This would be my prize support payout. Okay. And this is one of the only times in Disney Lorcana where support actually matters, right? Even though I do think it's reasonable if you charge a venue fee for people to come and hang out, you want to support the people around you. You want to uplift them. You want to give them a reason to come back every single week, not just the weeks that they have a little bit of free time. They're kind of on the fence. Maybe I could stay home, get some chores done. Maybe I can go hang out with my friends. You want a reason to push them over the fence into, yes, please come out, hang out, and have a good time. We will reward you. Okay. So I took a couple of tournaments from each side of the spectrum, small, medium, large tournaments, and I'm going to do the math for you on if this works out, no matter how many players show up. Okay. So why would I cap it at 3 rounds, no matter the players, right? You're supposed to have more rounds for more players, right? But that's only if you're having a top 8 single elimination. If you're paying people based on record, which I believe is the optimal way to pay people, and you'll see in one of these slides why. I think it does a few things. Okay. It eliminates really late nights for people who just want to come for a couple hours, play against a couple of people, especially if they don't have friends in the area. It's really hard to walk into a game store. People have their cliques, right? It's really hard to walk into a game store and just walk up to a stranger and say, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" You just don't know how they're going to respond to that. And that uncomfortability keeps you at home. Okay. And then it's also going to eliminate the people that finish their last round. Let's say you're playing some hyper aggro deck and you finish your round, you 2-0 your opponent in 10 minutes. You still have to wait till time is called and extra turns are played out to see what place you actually got. Unless you're the clear overall winner of the tournament, you might have to wait another 45 minutes for you to actually collect your prizes and go home. Okay. I also believe in giving store credit over booster packs or play mats or anything. Doesn't matter what it is. I think store credit, cash is king, store credit's the queen. All right. And the queen makes all the rules. Let's be honest here. So when you tell people you have to take booster packs, right? You're basically telling people, let's see, you have a job, right? And you're going to get a Christmas bonus, right? And you're psyched. We get a $100 Christmas bonus. They hand you $100 in scratch off tickets, right? That's kind of what a booster pack is, you know. The stores that do like pack on entry, pack per round win, it feels bad when you go undefeated. Let's say you get 3, 4, 5 booster packs, and you just open nothing, right? And then someone that opens one booster pack pulls an enchanted, and that case is just dead, right? Just like a scratch off ticket, you can go on the website and see like, oh, these scratch off tickets are worthless. So I think it just makes it so that the people that are there to win booster packs, they can use the store credit to buy booster packs. The people that are there that need sleeves, they can do that. The people that are there that know, oh, I need 4 genie because I really want to play Amethyst now, they can bank their store credit to buy 4 genie. Like everyone gets exactly what they want out of the tournament. Okay. So we're going to look at a locals I played in recently, and it had 10 players. Okay. So with my prize payout, one player would have got $25 store credit and 5 players would get 15. All right. And they would have collected $100 in entry fees. They would have paid out $100 in store credit. Perfect. Let's see. This event was 31 players. So this is a medium size event. We had 3 players that would collect $25, 2 players that would collect 20, and 9 players that would collect $15. So we brought in $310 and we paid out $250. Okay. So let's go back to this one for a second. So as you can see, first place, solid 9 points. Second through sixth place were all tied with 6 points. So it came down to who did you beat and who did you play against at all to determine first, second, and third. Okay. And you have no control over who you played, right? This is why I don't think a standings in such a small tournament with so few rounds is relevant. It should just be your record. It's not your fault if the people that you were paired against round 1 or 2 ended up doing really bad. It's just you have no control over that. And then let's look at number 3. So Lizzie went 2-1, 4-2 in games, 6 points. Her opponent's match win percentage 55.5. 66.6 for total game winnage, and opponent game wins 55.5. Now let's look at Kent. He went 2-1, 4-2 in game record, 6 points, 55.5, 66.6, 55.5. Lizzie got prizing. Kent did not. It created a feel bad moment. And these are things that you really want to avoid when you are a card shop. You want people to come in expecting a good time and leave having had a good time. And you don't want them to ever feel, you don't ever want them to feel like, man, maybe I just shouldn't even go. It's that simple. So this was a small one. This was the medium one. So in this instance, it's going to look a little rough. It's going to look like the store isn't paying out what it should be paying because we brought in $310, only paid out $250. But we'll get back. Let's see. This was a 14-player tournament that I played in. We had one person that would have gotten $25, one person who would have gotten 20, and 4 people who would have gotten $15. Okay, so we brought in $140 and we paid out $105. Okay, so still the store is making a profit here. Should the store make a profit on tournaments? Hard to say. Tournaments can be seen as advertising, right? That's what people are coming into your store for. Just like how McDonald's takes out ads on TV, you are taking out an ad essentially on melee.gg and on Facebook advertising that you're having a tournament, right? So I could totally see the argument of stores always going slightly negative on tournaments. And then there's the flip side of that coin. The store is paying the employees. The store is paying for the space. They went through all of the risk. Okay. So I think a good happy medium has to be obtained. And we're going to see, and I'm going to explain that I think this system does obtain that happy medium. And then we're going to go into the extreme. You're just the best store in the entire world. And you had 110 players. This is actually the info from the latest CCS, the 1K. So there's 3 whole slides of this, and we couldn't even fit all the players in the screens on each of them. So boom. This was all 2-1s, and boom. So 110 players, right? So in this scenario, we brought in $1,100. We paid out 14 players $25 store credit. It's 350 bucks. 0 players $20 store credit, and 41 players got $15 store credit for a grand total of $965. All right. That seems pretty reasonable for the store to have 110 players in it and to run a smooth tournament and have a good experience, and the store makes a little bit of money. But the reality is, you know, we're going to have sometimes where, like in this 10 player scenario, I ended up losing the last round on the pair down. So we would have had one less player on the 2-1, one more player on the 3-0, right? And the store would have ended up losing a couple bucks. And what's actually going to happen is people are going to start gaming the system a little bit. It can only be gamed so much. But if someone is, let's say, someone is paired down going into the last round and the other person cannot get prizes anymore, the other person's just going to concede. Whereas half the time they would win, half the time they would lose in the law of averages. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to have some weeks where you pay out a little more than you took in. And you're going to have some weeks where you make a little more than you pay out. But at the end of the lifespan of the store, that's going to offset itself. All right. So what do we do for the players that are never going to be a positive player, a 2-1 or better player, right? I mean, if you think about it, if you can go 2-1, just like once every other week, right? You're going even here, right? You might be making a little bit. So what keeps the players going who aren't winning? The players that really wanted that one booster pack. The thing is twofold. One, if they can't spend $10 just to have a place to hang out, they're probably not going to ever buy anything from you anyway. If they don't see the value in the store for just $10, then I feel like they're the ones that are going to use the same sleeves for 6 months. They're the ones that are going to buy dice off Temu. Okay, they're the ones that are going to like be bidding on auctions on eBay trying to get every little penny off of their singles, or they might not even buy singles. They might just have one deck that they're going to play forever, and they might upgrade it with a couple of cards that they open from their booster packs. And at the end of the day, is it such a bad thing to say I have a core group of 8 to 12 players who, really support the store, who want to get better, versus I have 30 people here, but I only have 8 to 12 that actually care about me? And then the other thing is going to be, along with the word support, Ravensburger loves support. So they support the stores with promos and pins and stuff like that. You don't have to award that stuff to the top players who are winning store credit every week. You can give out things as participation prizes. You can say, all right, if you didn't win store credit, you're eligible for this raffle for X amount of promos, stuff like that. And it is amazing that Ravensburger is willing to help the store and provide them with things to help support their customer base. Okay. And this is just yet another reason why people should not be using the materials provided from Ravensburger as your prize support. I find it incredibly greedy. And unfortunately, there are stores out there who just have no competition and are just able to sit back and milk the community as much as they can. But yeah, that's everything. So I hope everyone enjoyed. I know that there's going to be some people who don't agree with the prize support that I'm presenting. This is just what I would do if I were a business. And if you think you have a better idea, leave it in the comments. Maybe I'll steal it. But until next time, thanks for watching.